Welcome everyone to episode 14 of Orlando Out of Context. I'm Brian.
Stephanie.
Welcome. We're in our teen years now with it being episode 14. Last episode we turned into our teenage years, but quickly we'll be in our 20s. All right, so welcome to Orlando Out of Context again. Follow us on Instagram at Orlando Out of Context and visit us at orlandooutofcontext.com. And please listen and subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play. And please go ahead and leave us a review on iTunes. We really appreciate that. And let's get started. So this episode is chocked full of stuff. I'm going to go through the list so you can be in anticipation of what we're going to talk about. And then we'll go ahead and jump right into it. So we're going to talk about Domu, Easton Market, 7 Bites, Market on South, Orlando Magical Dining. It's just right around the corner. And then we're going to talk about a new product, well, new to us, called Resort Pass, which is kind of cool.
I don't know how we didn't know about it earlier in life.
So stay tuned for that. You'll want to hear all about Resort Pass. It kind of ties into our spa episode a little bit. So we will talk about Resort Pass, and then we will talk about maybe the best film of the summer, and it just so happens to land at the end of summer, Crazy Rich Asians. So we'll talk about Crazy Rich Asians at the end. And so let's get started. So I went to Domu with a friend, and we were just looking at the website. They're going to open a Dr. Phillips location, which is cool. But it's a ramen place. And it's very trendy. And it was a lot of fun. And I did have something interesting. I had sake sangria.
Oh.
It was good. It was good.
So I've never been to a ramen place, and it is like a trend. Yeah. So what is the menu layout like? So everything is noodleable, right?
Well, for Domu, it's really heavily. They have a limited selection of small plates, but like Momofuku in Las Vegas, like they had more options, like for that you would like.
But
like
do you get to choose like what flavor the broth is, what kind of vegetables are in there, whether it's chicken or beef?
So far, the places that I haven't been like build your own per se. I'm sure you could, but I just order whatever looks good, like already on the menu.
Yeah. What I really mean is like as far as choices, what do they play around with? So
there's obviously the ramen noodles, the broth. Generally they have like half of an egg in there, and then the meat. But it's really the broth that's going to give it the flavor, and Domu had a lot of flavor. It was really good, and it wasn't too expensive at all. Definitely an affordable deal, and there were people lining up. We got there, I think it opened at 10 or 11, and we got there just like a few moments before, and there was a line, and people are brunching there. They have like a little limited selection of a brunch menu, and they have endless mimosas, I believe. So it was good. Definitely recommend you hitting up Domu, and I am personally excited that there's one coming to Dr. Phillips. So that's awesome.
So it's 2019.
Oh, 2019. That's all right. Very cool.
Looking at their website, it looks like a place that would fit in perfectly in Dr. Phillips.
Yeah. It's a very beautiful design on the inside. And then right next door to Domu is the Easton Market, which I just walked through. I didn't buy anything, but that is where what's the name of the cookie? Gideon's cookies. Yes. Remember when Orlando Foodie Girl was here and she brought us Gideon's? That's where Gideon's is located. Okay. So it was kind of fun to see Gideon's spot there, but it's a food hall basically, and there's lots of different options there for you, several vendors, and then a few non-food vendors as well. They had some inside seating, but they have a large outside seating. So very cool. I thought it was very good. We have to go there sometime and
definitely
get some more Gideon's, because Gideon's has some awesome cookies, and I think Gideon's has cakes. And
I always
stuff too.
look at their IG, and they're always posting these like specialty cookies that they're making. And I'm like, oh, I want to taste that, but it's not like regular stuff on the. It's kind of like you got to go get it while they're making it.
Well, sometimes
they make small batches of like specialty cookies.
Sometimes I've seen on their Instagram that they say they're out for the day.
Yeah.
So, I guess that's a kind of, they have the flexibility there because East End Market has other vendors, so it's not like if somebody goes there, they're totally out of luck that they couldn't find something else at East End. But definitely recommend heading over to East End. I thought it was very nice inside, and all of the outdoor seating is nice as well. And then this weekend, Stephanie and I were able to do an excursion. Because
I was off this weekend.
Because she was off, and so we got to experience some stuff together, which, sometimes Stephanie doesn't always get to experience. Or she experiences some things that I don't as well. But this time we were able to experience some things together. So we went to 7 Bites, which... where's 7 Bites? What's the address of 7 Bites?
It was super cute on the outside. They have some like Orlando Strong murals. They have this like little post with all these different colored birdhouses attached to it. And then like the mural on the building itself is really, really cute. And it's got like their little tagline, which is let us fill your pie hole.
Come on in.
That's not what the t-shirts the workers were wearing. But
okay.
Basically it says come on in with a little arrow above the door, and then it says and let us fill your pie hole. But I think the t-shirts the workers were wearing was like filling your pie hole since whatever, 19 whatever.
Right. And this is over on 617 Primrose Drive. Ample parking, I would say. Yes. I was expecting to like fight for parking, but the time that we went, it was just before 10 when we were parking, and there was tons of spots open. As we were leaving, of course, it was filling in more with the weekend brunch crowd. But one thing that I think I would note is how friendly the staff was.
They were great.
The person at the door was great. She was
doing crowd control.
Yeah, she was talking to everyone.
Handing out menus. And it wasn't that long of a line. There might have been like 3 people. But the way it works is you step up to the counter, you place your order, you have a seat, and they bring it to you. So basically just to kind of, control the crowd at the point of sale,
right.
They only let a few people into that area at a time, but
it was not a cluster.
It was not a cluster
at all.
It was controlled, and they were so nice.
And then the person, the person at the register, she was so patient with us because it was our first time, and
because we were so quick, we didn't wait in the line that long.
Right.
That when she gave us the menu, we didn't really have a lot of time to look at it and decide what we wanted. So we were still in the process of deciding when it was our turn to step up to the register. And I didn't even look at the menu before we went, so I had no clue what was even there. And then the people that brought our food were nice, and then they just, come around and check on you if you need anything and clearing out plates.
So I had the 7th trimester. It's a buttermilk garlic biscuit over medium egg, applewood smoked bacon, smothered
being the key word here,
and our 5 cheese mac and cheese topped with a potato chip bacon crumble. It was very good. The mac and cheese was good.
I had a bite of the mac and cheese, and it was very, very good.
Yeah, it was creamy. I could not eat the whole thing, honestly. Like, I left some behind. I left some of the biscuit behind, and I left some of the mac and cheese behind. Really, we could have shared the thing.
Yeah, we really could have. We need to start doing that more, I think.
Yeah, I think we should just start sharing.
Because
for sure.
It's just getting out of control.
And then it'll help with the budget. Because even though we're talking about these folks, we're not necessarily getting, we're paying for it, so it can get a little bit costly.
Our breakfast was like $25.
But the prices here are
the prices here are good. For what it was.
Yeah, the prices here are awesome. And then, Steph, you got what did you get?
Bacon morning biscuit, the buttermilk garlic biscuit, over medium egg, applewood smoked bacon with pimento cheese. Now, I opted to nix the pimento cheese, And she was like, "Are you sure it's really, really good? Like it's what she said. It's like
She
house made or something."
She described it to me, and then I was like, "Well, I want to try that." So then I got a side of it with my meal, and she was right. The pimento cheese is good because pimento cheese, if you buy it in the store in the container, I think it's nasty because generally that pimento cheese is too sweet. I don't like a sweet pimento cheese. Like I need some tang and some sharpness to my.
Well, she described it as being a mixture of different cheddars and sharp cheddars, and I hate cheddar cheese, so I was like, no.
Yeah, it wasn't for Steph. But yours was basically like mine, except minus the mac and cheese, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
I would say that.
And I think I liked the mac and cheese. But
we should have just
I only had one bite of mac and cheese. I liked that.
Honestly, we should have shared, but it was very good. And then Steph, when we were done, she got us some items from the bakery.
They have like a little side area which is all baked goods. Oh my gosh, it was just piles. It was mountains of biscuits and biscotti and little
cakes,
crack pies, cookies. They had like these unicorn baked cookies. They were like rainbow sprinkle sugar cookie. So I chose a Swiss roll, which it was like a ho-ho on steroids. And I got a lavender blueberry muffin.
Right.
And so we didn't finish all of our breakfast because we knew we wanted to try the pastries. And
plus, we're in a different place in our lives where we don't need to
stuff ourselves anymore. So yeah, I enjoy the pastries.
Yeah, my favorite was the blueberry lavender. The lavender,
it was very moist, and it was a lot of blueberries, but not so many that you didn't taste the lavender.
Correct, and the lavender, it hit you right off the bat, but it wasn't overpowering at all.
It hit you as soon as you put it in your mouth, and then died away.
Yep,
and
then
backed
came
up
back at the end,
and let the blueberries come take the main stage.
It was good. It was very, very well done, and the Swiss roll or the ho-ho, however you call it, was good as well.
It was just a ho-ho. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. It was a ho-ho.
It was good.
But it was still good, yeah. But I just got that because, honestly, I used to love ho-hos. Like, when I was in high school, I was, like, obsessed with ho-hos, and I ate them all the time. But
so kudos to the food was good for me, and then kudos to the freaking operation.
Yeah,
because they had it down packed. Like the people that were clearing the tables, like we were probably asked at least like 15 times, everything okay? Everything okay?
There was no fuckwoolery going on here. Everybody was doing their job and being extremely.
So
good.
Trina Gregory Probst, yeah, I think that's right. She's the pastry chef and owner. I think she was walking around. I think I saw her walking around. We didn't get a chance to say hello, but she was walking the floor. So that's nice to see the pastry chef and owner, taking part in it. And I mean, I would definitely go back for food and for the pastries.
They had their own coffees too.
And I
don't like coffee in here.
I would have drank their coffee, but I had already had coffee this morning when we went and before we went, and I didn't want to be strung out too much on caffeine. So
the decor was really cute. So they had like different shaped bunt pans arranged in little swoops on the wall, and it reminded me. We went to this place in Vegas, and they had bunt pans on the wall like that, and they were painted really cute. And I remember taking a picture of it. And I just think it's cute.
That was at Buddy V's, right? Yeah, the Italian restaurant. Yeah, that was Buddy V's. But anyway, definitely highly recommend 7 Bites. Go check them out. And then after 7 Bites, we tried to go over to like a vintage furniture store, but unfortunately they weren't quite open yet. So we decided to press on, and so I said, hey, I want to go try or look at Market on South. So Market on South is a vegan, I believe it's vegan. I don't think it's just vegetarian. I believe they are vegan. It is a plant-based dining plus shared market. And so they have some vendors there selling some items on their floor,
necklaces, bath like soaps,
exactly,
handmade cards. I got a few items that I'm gonna store away for Christmas gifts.
And then they have for food, they have Dixie Dharma, which is of course their vegetarian options, and then they have Valhalla Bakery. And we didn't, since we had already eaten, obviously we didn't get anything from Dixie Dharma, but we did take some things to go from Valhalla Bakery. We took a few cookies, and then Valkyrie Donuts is their supplier for donuts there, so we were able to try our first Valkyrie donut, which Stephanie had been wanting to try
those
for a while.
And there's still a few more flavors that I want to try.
And so the flavor of donut that we got from Valkyrie was what?
Pretzel peanut butter.
And it was good. The pretzel was a little bit stale, but
that has nothing to do with them.
But
anytime you let a pretzel sit out for like even 1 hour, it's gonna taste like crap.
And then the donut I thought was good.
Yeah, the donut was good.
It was very moist and very flavorful, and I enjoyed it. And
it was, the peanut butter part wasn't overpowering.
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
I think that it was like a vanilla glaze, and then it had like a peanut butter
like
drizzle.
Yeah,
and then there were like little peanut flakes. So it wasn't like, it wasn't too much, you know?
Yeah, it was good. And then I picked out a lavender cookie and basically a chocolate chip cookie, and I thought both cookies were good.
Yes. Were those vegan cookies?
Yeah, everything.
Oh, okay.
Everything in that place is like plant-based and vegan.
So it was kind of cute because it had to me like a clubhouse feel. So we parked you can park in the front or the back. There's very limited parking in the front, but both the front and the back have little like garden areas where you're kind of surrounded in plants. And then there's like tables. What do you call those? Like picnic tables.
Picnic tables.
And then there's strung lights over top. So
yeah, it looked good at dusk.
It was very hot today, but if it was like a nice day, it would be fun to just hang out there. And then when the building sits in the middle of these two outdoor areas, and in the building there's plenty of seating, like nice, like big tables if you're with a party of 5, 6, 7, 8, family size tables. And then there were along the edge of the room seating for couples. And then tucked in the corner there was like the little, magnets, jewelry,
right?
Soaps, the little shop. So it was cute. It was quaint.
Yeah, it's very quaint, and they are in the Milk District, and they are on South Street at 2603. So go check them out.
Would definitely be a cute place. Like if any of you guys have like maybe a jewelry business or like any other little thing that you're trying to peddle, not in a negative way, but like, it's just, I love a cute eclectic mix of people's stuff to look at.
Definitely go check them out. All right, so Magical Dining is coming up. We talked about Bite 30. That was in June, and so Magical Dining is kind of the most popular of those two, in my opinion.
Magical Dining's been going on for a while. But honestly, I've never ever participated in it. I don't know if that's because I don't eat fancy foods or I could care less about eating out.
I have participated. Let's see. I think I participated with my mom. We've done Morimoto at Disney Springs, and I know I think my mom and my dad, we participated in at Fogo de Chao, which is the Brazilian steakhouse. And Disney has participated in the past, but we were looking at the list this year, and Disney restaurants are not coming back. Last year, I think, was their first year, and this year they're not returning. So I'm wondering if that didn't work out well or something for them. But we will go ahead and take a look at their list here, and we're just kind of going to go down the list. And so this year it's $35 for a preset menu at all of these, and you select the items on the preset menu that you want. You get an appetizer, you get an entree, and you get a dessert, all for $35.
And $1 of the meal goes to Best Buddies and Down Syndrome Association of Central Florida. And
you can go, this is all organized by Visit Orlando. So you can head over to visitorlando.com and you'll find the information in the Magical Dining section of Visit Orlando. So we're just going to go down the list. So excuse me, as we go down the list, it's broken down into the regions of Orlando. So the first one being the convention area, and the two that in this area that I was going to talk about is Fogo de Chão, and then there's also Texas de Brazil. So those are kind of our two big Brazilian steak houses. If you've never done it before, it's pretty awesome because it's basically endless steak, basically. So basically at these Brazilian steak houses, you basically get endless meat brought to your table, which is pretty cool for $35 and all that steak. It's a pretty good deal. Devi and I went to one recently, and Devi fell in love with it. But you're not really a steak girl, so this is not as much up your alley, right, Steph?
No.
No. Capitol Grill's on here. I like the Capitol Grill. Sometimes I'll go over to their bar. They have a nice bar over at the Capitol Grill. And then the Disney Lake Buena Vista area, I enjoy, of course, Morimoto. You've been to Morimoto as well a few times. STK. We need to go to STK. But yes. I don't know if there's anything on.
I do want to go to STK.
Let's look at their menu real quick and see if there's anything Stephanie would like. So they have aged strip steak, no, for Steph. They have salmon, no, for Steph. They have a crispy chicken confit with Yukon potatoes. That's your pick. That's what you're gonna get.
Crispy chicken what?
Confit.
What is that?
Roasted chicken. You can eat that.
Okay, I can eat that.
So we'll go to STK. You good with that?
Yeah, I'm with that. And potatoes?
Yeah, it comes with potatoes. And then one of our favorites that's on the list is Wine Bar George.
Yeah, Wine Bar George. And I do want to go back there because, I kind of want to go back there because, I don't know though, I want to try something new, but we looked at the menu and it's kind of nice. It has the little mac and cheese balls that we liked so much, and the chicken skewers. We liked that, right?
Yeah, they were good.
So, but, we did just share that stuff. So, if we did magical dining, we'd both have to buy it, right?
Yeah, I don't think you can share. You can't share.
So, probably we could just go there on our own and then
just share.
Go try a new place with the magical dining.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to point out that with the magical dining, you can do open table. So, if you have an open table and you want to try to get those points, make a reservation, a lot of these places are participating through Open Table app.
And then they have a section for downtown. Honestly, I've never been to any of these downtown. And then they have Restaurant Row. Big Fin is awesome. They have good seafood. Cooper's Hawk. Most people know Cooper's Hawk. Have you been to Cooper's Hawk yet?
No.
Okay. Cooper's Hawk is good. Yeah, it's good.
I heard the Dragonflies is
yeah,
good.
I want to go to. I want to go to Dragonfly.
Eddie V's I heard is very good.
Eddie V's. And they have Pharmacy. We've been to Pharmacy, of course, and Roy's too. I want to go to Roy's as well, and I want to go to Seasons 52. I still have never been to Seasons 52. And I've never been to Melting Pot, but that's not really up your alley.
No.
But I would try it. I hear mixed. Some people like.
She wanted to do that too.
I don't know. Some people really like Melting Pot, and then there's other people that are like, "Ooh, Melting Pot." So I've never tried it before, but I would be down to try it. And then I also want to try Urbane 40, and they're on the list here as well. And then in Winter Park, the one that I really recommend you guys go try in Winter Park is
the Ravenous Pig.
The Ravenous Pig. I love Ravenous Pig. Definitely need to go back there, and y'all should definitely try the Ravenous Pig. So anyway, check it out at visitorlando.com, the magical dining options. And so the dates for this are August 24th through September 30th. And go ahead and check out the list and start making those reservations for your Orlando Magical Dining Month.
The website is set up really, really nice.
It's very easy to use.
It's very easy to navigate. They break the restaurants down by areas of the city. And then you can just click on it, and it'll give you the exact menu that you can choose from if you're participating in magical dining.
So let's talk about Resort Pass. So today Stephanie and I were hanging out, and we were driving around, and I got a text message from our friend Chloe. And Chloe's like, "Have you heard of Resort Pass?" And so she sent me the link to resortpass.com, and I opened it up, and I was like, "No, I've never heard of it before." So Resort Pass, we're on their website right now. And the first line is get pool, spa, and amenity access at luxurious resorts. Book a day pass, spa pass, or cabana. So this allows you to utilize a resort without having the room, because a lot of these resorts here around Orlando are require you to be staying in a room, because obviously those amenities are for the people staying there.
And a lot of times when you stay at these hotels, they actually charge you what's called a resort fee.
Right.
So on top of the huge price you're paying, you also have to pay extra to have all this stuff.
Right. So this is some of the hotels that are participating. We have Hyatt, we have Marriott, we have Omni Hotels and Resorts, W Hotels, Four Seasons even. Caesar's Palace is doing it. Ritz. So they're not, not every one of their properties on those lists are participating. But if we do a search in Kissimmee, because that's for some reason where my computer thinks I'm at, it gives me a list of the closest ones to Kissimmee, and we see the Hyatt Regency Grand Cypress, which is not far from where we are right now. They have a pass, and
also you can look at different. You can put your zip code in, look at all cities. So if you were traveling,
if you're traveling and maybe you're going to a hotel that doesn't have all the amenities that you want to take advantage of, maybe there's a nicer resort next door, you can go ahead and take
the Ritz-Carlton
advantage.
at Amelia Island.
So Ritz-Carlton, let's give you kind of an example of some of the pricing here. Ritz-Carlton at Amelia Island, the day pass starts at $45. The spa pass starts at $60, and the cabana starts at $500. So it just depends on. We have Ritz-Carlton Naples as well, Fort Laud, the Atlantic Hotel and Spa, also the Westin in Fort Laud. There's a lot, and in Miami we have the SLS. Ooh, the Fontainebleau, but you can only rent a cabana at the Fontainebleau. That's basically a cabana at $440. That's as much as a night. So
the Trump Towers at Miami Beach.
Well, how handy!
Only $30. What a deal!
There's lots of options here. Four Seasons in Miami, St. Regis, Bal Harbor. So definitely go check this out. This is kind of cool. My guess is that we're gonna see more. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, is that a Texas-shaped pool?
A Texas-shaped pool.
Yeah, go back down.
It sure is.
At the Marriott Marquis in Houston, they have literally a Texas-shaped pool.
The lazy river.
So the lazy river is the outline of the state of Texas, and then the middle is like a place where you can sit on seats and shit. That's cool.
Only in Texas.
Everything's bigger there, they say.
Well, this is pretty cool. I don't know how long this has been around, but I'm definitely going to bookmark this and take advantage.
Trying to make that money, man. It's hard out there for a pimp. You got amenities, you got to pimp them out.
That's right. Well, this is kind of good because, especially with some of these resorts around here, some of the convention resorts, this isn't too bad of an idea if, your pool isn't being used as much because of convention. And I think that they are able to control the dates that people reserve this. So from what I was reading, you reserve it. Yeah. You have instructions on how to use your pass.
And they probably gauge that upon their guests that they have staying at the hotel, right, and give you a good deal on those down times. And one of their hashtags is a daycation, enjoy your daycation.
Right. Very cool. Definitely going to bookmark it and check it out. You should too. Remember, it's resortpass.com. And then finally, let's talk about Crazy Rich Asians, which we have been seeing this preview for a while. It didn't saturate the theaters beforehand.
No,
I don't think so. In terms of the preview. I don't know why it didn't. But at some point, Stephanie, Devi, and I saw this trailer. I think independently from each other. And because I think they had mentioned it to me, look at the trailer for Crazy Rich Asians. And so it had been a while, several months ago, and I was like, yeah, let's see it. And then it's finally came out this month in August. And last night we went to go see it with Devi. And I loved it.
I loved it too. I just feel like rom-coms are really like falling back for some reason. It just seems like every other movie is like a freaking superhero movie or an action movie. Rom-coms are just kind of dying away, I feel like, a little bit.
Yeah, and I also feel like for me, I get tired of seeing the same people in the same movie, and that happens a lot. But with Crazy Rich Asians, there was not so many people. I don't think I knew
anyone in that movie except for the Asian dad.
Yeah, the one that's in The Hangover.
He plays the crazy Asian in every movie.
I just thought it was good. It was fun. Visually, it was really pleasing. Stephanie now wants to go to Singapore.
Let's go to Singapore. It looks like a mini Dubai. Like all the architecture and the hotels look so posh and beautiful and futuristic.
Yeah, Stephanie's like, they definitely did their job because Singapore was a partner in the film, and so Stephanie's like, yeah, they definitely did their job.
That's why I'm trying to get that tourism, man.
Yeah,
hustle.
Yeah, it was just visually, it was beautiful. It was just fun. It's a fun end of summer movie, and of course it was predictable. Like it's a rom-com, so you know what's going to happen at the end. Basically, and even we watched the trailer again before we started the podcast, and the trailer basically tells the whole story.
Yeah,
I mean, there's no secrets of how it's going to turn out. It's just a fun ride, but
it was funny. Like we were laughing a lot, and everyone else in the theater was too.
Yeah,
I feel like when I see a movie, I'm usually the only one that's like
sometimes
belly
we're
laughing,
the only ones laughing.
Yeah, but everybody else was equally laughing.
Yeah, there was a lot of
and
laughter.
The main cast, they were just really easy on the eyes.
Yeah,
the very beautiful.
The casting, yeah, there was lots of eye candy.
And this is based on a book series, which my mom just told me is a series of 3 books.
Okay.
Well, I didn't even know it was a book at all. I went home 2 weeks ago. She had the book laying on the counter, and I was like, "Oh, this is a book." And then when I told her last night that I saw the movie, she was like, "Yeah, it's 3 books." So there are 3 books to the whole series. So maybe there'll be another movie.
Yeah, it would be fun. I could see it being a sequel because this movie is not taking itself seriously.
I would like to see it where she evolves and has more interaction with the family.
Well, at the end,
roommate.
The end, how the cousin caught gaze with another guy because the cousin her marriage ended in the movie.
Yes.
And so that kind of like leads you on to like, okay, she's going to connect.
New relationship.
And the actor looked familiar. I believe he was in Glee. So the actor that she connected eyes with looked familiar to me. So maybe that is setting it up for number 2. Who knows? But like I was saying, the movie doesn't take itself too seriously. It's just a fun movie. So having a sequel to this would be, I'm sure, fun as well. But we definitely highly recommend it. And go out and see it for sure.
I wish there were some more like funny outtakes at the end of the movie, though.
Yeah, sometimes they put that when the DVD or the digital release comes out. But yeah, I'm sure there's so many outtakes from that movie. Definitely. Yeah, it would be fun to see.
I had the feeling there would be, but we waited and there weren't.
Yeah, plus we had to pee.
Yeah, we had to pee so bad, but I didn't want to get up because the movie was so good. I didn't want to miss anything, so I just kept holding it until I was about to burst, and then I had to go.
Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Orlando Out of Context and visit us at orlandooutofcontext.com. And remember to listen and subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play. And please, please, please head over to iTunes and leave us a review. That really helps us. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye. Are you not going to participate?
Yeah, sorry.